UW police say campus is safe tonight after gunshots were reported at Picnic Point earlier this morning. Also, walking for a cure. Those personally affected by pancreatic cancer lacing up their shoes this morning to help bring in a record number of research funds. And we're following a new report from the FBI that says there's been a spike in the amount of violent threats against the Bureau. Those stories and more are coming up right now. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm McKenna Alexander. We have some new news tonight. UW police saying there's no longer a threat to campus after initially sending out a warning this morning. That was following a report of gunshots at Picnic Point. The alert went out shortly after 7 a.m., but less than an hour later, police announced the area was once again safe. An investigation into the initial report is still going on. Our Catherine Merck joins us in studio tonight with what officials know so far about the incident. Catherine?
McKenna, UW police are continuing to gather information about this morning's threat. The most important thing police are stressing right now is that there's no current threat to campus tonight, and police aren't certain if there was one to even begin with. As you can see on your screen, campus sent out a tweet at 7:05 this morning telling people on campus to find shelter. 45 minutes later, another tweet was sent out letting people know that Picnic Point had been searched and no threat to campus was found. We reached out to campus police to find out exactly what happened this morning, but they did not return our calls. Be sure to stick with us with News 3 Now for any updates that we get from them on the story.
All right, thank you, Catherine. And you first heard about this story with a push alert this morning through our Channel 3000 app. If you don't have it yet, you can go ahead and download it for free wherever you get your apps. And don't forget to turn on alerts so you never miss a breaking story like this one. Let's go ahead and get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Gary, another dreary day out there. Any chance things will clear up tonight?
Well, we've got no place to go but get it better because we've been socked underneath the clouds the last few days. But as we start out by looking at visible cloud track, while the clouds are pretty widespread across Wisconsin, there's a little bit of clearing to the north and to the west. The air's starting to dry out a little bit, and you can see even though there are plenty of clouds, there's really no rain anywhere across the state of Wisconsin. The nearest showers are in western Iowa and not even heading in our direction. Current temperatures, though, are held down quite a bit because of the cloud cover. Most of southern Wisconsin is seeing temperatures in the upper 60s to around 70 degrees. 70 right now in Janesville and Prairie du Chien, but here in Dane County, those temperatures within a degree or two of 70. Right now, 70 in Middleton, 70 in Cottage Grove, but a cool 67 degrees in Sauk City. For this evening, look for the clouds to linger for much of the evening, although we'll start to turn partly cloudy later on tonight. Temperatures will drop off into the middle 60s by late evening. Later on, I'll take a look at any prospects for rain in the next few days as we head into the new week.
All right, thanks, Gary. In wake of the search on former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort, the FBI is reporting an unprecedented number of threats against the Bureau. As Brian Todd explains, that this news comes as the Department of Homeland Security officials express their concern about the growing number of violent threats against the government.
Multiple law enforcement sources tell CNN they're closely monitoring violent rhetoric and threats that have spiked in online forums and other platforms since the FBI's raid on former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago compound on Monday. Shortly after the raid, in an online forum dedicated to Trump, the phrase lock and load was one of the top comments posted. Another post said Attorney General Merrick Garland, quote, needs to be assassinated. Simple as that. One user posted, kill all feds.
We have never seen anything like this. As soon as the news broke about the FBI search of Mar-a-Lago, we saw angry cries from radical supporters of President Trump, from a range of right-wing extremists.
One post that CNN found called for violence against FBI agents. Former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe is now worried about agents' safety.
Potentially each one of those people, as they go through communities, as they knock on people's doors and show up at businesses to talk to sources of information and witnesses and victims of all sorts, could potentially be a target.
Democratic Congressman Eric Swalwell, a frequent target of the far right, posted on his Twitter account a recording of a threat against him and his family, which he says came in after the Mar-a-Lago raid.
Cut his head off. Swalwell's a worthless piece of cut his wife's head off, cut his kids' heads off.
But other members of Congress, hardline Republicans, have contributed to the violent rhetoric since the raid on Trump's Florida home.
We've seen Paul Gosar, a member of Congress, suggest we need to, quote, destroy the FBI.
The extremist online postings after the Mar-a-Lago raid were found by CNN correspondent Donnie O'Sullivan, who tracks extremism online. He said this about that online forum supporting Trump where some of those threats popped up.
that website is one of the very same websites where many data people were talking about plans for January 6th in advance of the attack on the Capitol, people discussing how to attack police officers.
In fact, one reply to the lock and load threat came from an account run by Capitol insurrectionist Tyler Slaker, according to the group Advanced Democracy, which investigates cases like this. The reply said, quote, "Are we not in a cold civil war at this point?" Tyler Slaker's lawyer did not respond to CNN's request for comment. The Anti-Defamation League worries about what comes next.
It could be the lone wolf who now feels impelled to commit an act of violence against a law enforcement official or against some other person. It could be an organized group.
A congressional security official told CNN that shortly after the news of the Mar-a-Lago raid broke, the U.S. Capitol Police began discussions about monitoring and planning for potential violent rhetoric. That official saying they have particular concern about violence being directed against members of Congress and federal law enforcement. The Capitol Police would not comment on security plans. Brian Todd, CNN, Washington.
Do some local news now. Madison residents got up early this morning to help raise money for pancreatic cancer research. Our Andrew Banstra went to today's 9th annual Roll-In Stroll for Pancreatic Cancer and joins us now to share details on the fundraiser.
A record turnout and a groundbreaking donation total. Today's Roll-In Stroll fundraiser had plenty of people walking and biking to raise both money and awareness for the third leading cause of cancer-related death in the United States. Held at Capitol Brewery in Middleton, hundreds of people attended the event, bringing in over $100,000 for research. For many that participated, the walk was much more than a walk through the finish line.
For me, it means that I can see all of the people who've been affected by this disease, and it helps me cope, but it also gives me hope that something can be done.
To see this many people to come out and support those that are no longer with us and to honor them and honor their stories, just very, very special.
The money raised during the event will fund a pilot program at UW Carbone. Organizers say that they hope that program can move the needle closer to finding a cure. Pancreatic cancer has a 10% survival rate, leaving few survivors to advocate for a cure. Luckily, their loved ones are able to advocate in their place through events such as this one.
All right, Andrew, thank you. Impressive costumes and fan-favorite comics took over Monona Terrace today for the 2022 Madison Comic Con. Fans of all ages gathered downtown dressed like their favorite characters, superheroes, and villains. Attendees got the chance to search for limited edition comic books and collectibles, meet others with similar interests, and see who had the most impressive costume.
See your favorite characters, you get to meet new people. It's fun. You get to see the exciting outfits that everybody has on. Like, even if you look behind me, you see people walking around in, like, costumes, and there's people in cosplay, and they're everywhere.
I always loved anime because my dad loved anime, and one day I went here, and I loved everyone, and I loved everything.
While shopping for new comic books and costume accessories, fans were also able to meet local comic book authors, vote on the best costume during a contest, and even received a free comic book just for attending. Plenty of Dane County families are busy playing with a new pet tonight after this weekend's Clear the Shelter event. How the annual push helps our Humane Society, coming up next on News 3 Now.
Everything here is American made.
But it's tough competing with China.
Ron Johnson's making it tougher. Johnson pushed for special tax breaks for outsourcing corporations.
But voted against tariffs and sanctions on China's unfair trade practices.
And when Johnson's big corporate PAC donor announced plans to create jobs outside Wisconsin, he defended them.
It's not like we don't have enough jobs here in Wisconsin. The biggest problem.
Senator Johnson, stop making it tougher on us.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
I'm Tim Michaels. I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman who helped build a great Wisconsin company and created thousands of jobs. Tony Evers, Joe Biden, they're two peas in a pod. Both career politicians in way over their head, failing the country and the state of Wisconsin. That's why I'm running. We need to have strong, proven executive leadership in Madison that can get things done and make this state as great as it can be.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5:30.
Plenty of families across Dane County are a little bigger tonight after bringing home a new four-legged friend during this weekend's Clear the Shelter event. The Dane County Humane Society offered reduced adoption fees for plenty of pets, including dogs, cats, rabbits, guinea pigs, and more. Adoption fees were dropped by $50 for dogs, and an even greater discount was made for dogs who've been in the shelter longer than average. Kittens were just $75, and any adult or senior cat was just $5. Any and all critter adoption fees were cut in half. The weekend made for a lot more forever homes and a lot more room to bring in more animals.
And it's just a matter now of helping other shelters who are seeing more intake and slower adoptions find homes for their animals.
Humane Society employees say the event comes at a critical time as shelters nationwide experience a high intake of animals but are seeing fewer adoptions. If you travel on North Shore Drive during your morning commute, you'll want to listen up. That road will close beginning August 26th and remain partially closed until next month. Crews will begin a two-phase process to replace the railroad track that crosses the road near John Nolan Drive. North Shore Drive will be completely closed from South Bedford Street and John Nolan Drive until August 29th. Then phase 2 will begin and is expected to run until September 1st. That's when traffic on North Shore Drive will be open, but the eastbound section of the road will be reduced to one lane. Delays are expected on John Nolan Drive and North Shore Drive during construction. Up next, meteorologist Gary Canalti has a look at your full forecast. He's keeping an eye on chances for rain this week when we come back.
Back to school is not what it used to be.
There are new safety concerns, new protocols, and lots of questions.
We can help you navigate some of those hurdles with our Back to School series.
Join us every morning starting at 6:30 a.m. only on News 3 Now this morning.
Attention homeowners, we started with 50. Now we're looking for 30 homeowners who need new windows. We want to take your old windows out and install new Eco Sky windows, featuring sky mirror technology to give your home an energy upgrade. Call Mad City Windows, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for the new Eco Sky windows. Act now to be one of 30 homeowners who receive special savings with free installation on a house full of new windows. 18 months, no interest, no payments. Senior and military discounts will take before and after pictures and compensate you for your time. Call during this program and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call now with zip code and location to qualify. 608-338-1616. That's 608-338-1616.
I'm a mom of 4 kids. We have one in high school, a toddler, and our latest addition, 7-month-old twins. I can appreciate the impacts of inflation. DC liberals just keep spending. All that money isn't free, and families are paying the price. Senator Ron Johnson is fighting to help Wisconsin families. He voted against reckless spending that caused inflation and to cut waste in Washington. Tell Senator Ron Johnson to keep fighting to stop the spending and hold DC liberals accountable.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5:30.
One man is dead after crashing into a barricade at the U.S. Capitol and firing a gun into the crowd this morning. Capitol Police say that man then took his life. It happened around 4 a.m. Fortunately, no one else was hurt. The man's identity is not being released right now, but police say he did have an extensive criminal history dating back 10 years.
The closest officer was approaching. He could see the individual, and as soon as he caught sight of the individual, that's when the subject shot himself.
Capitol Police don't believe the man was targeting any members of Congress. They're now working to try and determine a possible motive. A new report has found a third of the food we eat is at risk. It's because butterflies and bees are in danger. Scientists recently announced the monarch butterfly is dangerously close to extinction. Some wildlife experts say losing pollinators, including butterflies, would affect about 30% of the global food supply. Apples, melons, cranberries, broccoli, and almonds are among the foods most susceptible to the pollinator decline. Researchers say you can help pollinators rebound by using less pesticide and chemicals around the house and yard. Let's go ahead and get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Gary, will any of those clouds be clearing up anytime soon?
Well, at least a little bit overnight. As we take a look at Dane County, what we can expect for overnight, look for skies to gradually become partly cloudy. Now, some of the clouds may fill in a bit with some areas of fog, but at least allowing some breaks in the clouds will drop our temperatures a little bit more than last night when we were in the lower 60s. Look for a low of about 58 degrees in Cross Plains here in Madison. Also 58 degrees, 59 degrees for the low in Stoughton. And high temperatures tomorrow will be a little warmer, assuming we get a little more sunshine. I'm not looking for a totally sunny day, but at least an improvement over today. So that brings the high temperature up to 76 in Stoughton and 75 degrees in Wanakee. As we take a look at Doppler track, even though there are plenty of clouds around, really no rain, at least in our part of the country. There are some light showers across western portions of Iowa, but those are moving to the southeast and will stay away from us. Three things you need to know in the forecast. Will be mild. Temperatures will be back in the upper 70s for tomorrow and probably stay there right into the end of the week. We'll see dry weather through Thursday night. In fact, even Friday morning will probably be dry, but by Friday afternoon we'll start to see some shower and thunderstorm chances, better chances for rain as we head into next weekend. As we look at the high temperature trend over the next 10 days, they'll be slightly below the average high, which drops from 80 to 79 degrees. But as we head toward the end of the 10-day period, notice those temperatures starting to go up a little bit, and there are signs that we'll see above normal temperatures as we head beyond our 10-day forecast. Out in the Pacific Ocean, a sign that the weather pattern is going to stay quiet. You take a look at the satellite, very little in the way of cloud cover across much of the northern half of the Pacific Ocean and into the western part of the United States. So while the jet stream is heading across that part of the world, we're not seeing a lot of moisture. Most of that is in the monsoon showers and thunderstorms out to the west that blossom up in the afternoon and die down in the evening. The other showers and thunderstorms are along the eastern branch of the jet stream, which is pushing the rain away from us into the southeastern portion of the country. So right now, while we have plenty of clouds, there's just not much in the way of precipitation. High pressure is located just up to our north. The clockwise rotation around that high pressure system shows that the winds will gradually become a little more southerly with time, and that will get our temperatures back up at least into the upper 70s. But right now, the combination of clouds and that northeasterly wind keeping temperatures right now right around 70 degrees, give or take a degree or two across our part of the country, and it looks like we'll be just a couple degrees warmer for tomorrow. Dew point temperatures, though, are in the lower 60s. They're dropping to the upper 50s in the northern portion of the state. That's a sign the air is drying out, and that should at least help to break up the clouds a little bit later on tonight. So look for cloudy skies this evening. Then it'll turn partly cloudy overnight. Maybe some patchy fog by morning with a low temperature of 58. And for tomorrow, look for skies to be variably cloudy. So a little more sunshine than today. High temperature back up at 77 degrees in the 7 to 10 day forecast. Again, upper 70s through the end of the week. Dry through Thursday. Even Friday morning, better chances for a thunderstorm begin Friday afternoon, off and on through Saturday and Sunday, and then a slight chance on Monday the following week, and maybe a little bit more of a warm-up as we head beyond our 10-day period and see temperatures back in the 80s for a few days.
I was just going to say, I know last night I asked if we're not going to be seeing 80s anymore, and you proved me wrong. There it is.
Well, yeah, we've had 90s as late as early October, so we still have ways to go.
Summer's still here.
Right.
All right, thanks, Gary. Packers are getting some reinforcement on offense. A trio of players are returning from the PUP list. Jordan has more on who they are coming up in sports.
You know, higher temperatures lead to higher power bills. So this summer, call Mad City for our exclusive Eco Sky windows with a higher energy rating than other windows on the market. Plus, Sky Mirror technology and layers of low E work to block out harmful UV rays.
Insulating and keeping the home, cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. Just looking nice.
Now listen to this, 30 homeowners who need new windows will save with free installation on a house full of new windows. 18 months, no interest, no payments. We're going to compensate you for your time. And if you call right now, you get a $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate from Mad City Windows. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call now with zip code and location to qualify. 608-338-1616. That's 608-338-1616.
Is this the new phone? Yeah. With US Cellular, I got to pick any phone that I wanted for free. And I was already a customer. Any brand? With any size? I got exactly what I wanted. Big screen, big storage. I cannot remember the last time I had so many different options.
At US Cellular, new and current customers can get any phone from any brand free.
Are you actually texting them? I don't know. I just thought I would just...
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
I love this state. Knock on any door in any county, and you'll find good-hearted, hard-working folks. People whose businesses I proudly helped as Lieutenant Governor. Hard work needs to be respected again, with fair wages and opportunities to get ahead. That's how my parents opened doors for me. My mom was a teacher and my dad worked third shift. I'm not one of these millionaires. I work just as hard for you as you work for your family. I'm Mandela Barnes and I approve this message.
Sponsored by RG Heating and Air Conditioning, installing train equipment and servicing all brands.
Packers are getting 2 veterans and a rookie off the PUP list today. Elton Jenkins, Robert Tonyan, and Christian Watson hit the practice field for the first time this summer. Matt LaFleur announced the move before practice, saying that they would get some individual work in and that this gives Watson a chance to do some walkthroughs. As for any of them playing in a preseason game, LaFleur isn't saying if it will or won't happen. Either way, the Packers excited to get these guys on the field.
It is the next step, and we're excited about it. I think the guys are really excited about it as well, and it's just going to be, they're going to feel more a part of it, and but we're still going to make sure we do it the right way, because you're not talking about, you're talking about significant injuries, and certainly their health and safety is at the forefront of every decision we make.
The Packers' next preseason game is on Friday, where they're going to host the Saints. Kickoff at Lambeau Field is set for 7. First place in the NL Central is on the line this afternoon. The Cardinals sitting atop the division. Brewers a half game out after getting the win last night in extra innings. So it's a rubber match at Busch Stadium with plenty on the line. Hunter Renfroe gets the offense going early. Second inning with a runner on. He takes it to center for a 2-run homer. But the Cardinals, they start chipping away at that lead. Now it's tied at 2 in the 8th. Dylan Carlson goes high and left for the go-ahead. And Albert Pujols puts the game out of reach a few batters later. A 3-run blast, his second homer of the game. And the Cardinals win this one 6-3.
I mean, I thought both starters were good again. We couldn't get much going against Mikolas. Really, it was one swing. Didn't have a lot of good swings against him. He pitched well, and I thought Ash did a nice job. Gave us 6 good innings and gave us a chance.
Brewers hanging out in second place now, 1.5 games back. The Crew returns home for a 4-game series with the Dodgers. That begins tomorrow at 7:10. The final round of the Boeing Classic is finishing up. Jerry Kelly making some serious strides today, especially on the front 9. He finishes 6th, 9 under. Steve Stricker struggles on the back 9. He finishes 4 under and tied for 21st. Miguel Angel Jimenez is holding on to that first place heading into 18. The Badgers have a couple days left in France. Their final game is set for tomorrow in Nice, noon Central. And so far, UW is perfect against the foreign competition. They hold a 3-0 record, so they're going to try and finish off the 10-day trip on a high note.
You've got your Packer green going on for some big news, too.
I know, it was funny because I was already had my outfit in the car ready to go on my way to work when the press conference popped up.
Really?
And so, yep, when I got in, it just happened to be. So
see, I was wearing green, but I don't know if it's as significant if I'm wearing it. So it's better you are.
We're going to get you on that train, don't worry.
All right, thanks, Jordan. Gary's in next with another look at your forecast.
From loud construction to music blaring and those annoying insects that disrupt your sleep. Things can get noisy outside, but you can enjoy some peace and quiet inside with new Eco Sky windows exclusively from Mad City, featuring noise-reducing glass to soundproof your home. And be sure to ask about grid design inside the glass for easy cleaning. Don't miss out. 30 homeowners who need new windows will save with free installation on a house full of new windows. 18 months, no interest, no payments. Senior military discounts. We're going to take before and after pictures and compensate you for your time. Last chance to call during this program and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call now with zip code and location to qualify. 608-338-1616. That's 608-338-1616.
If Tim Michaels is governor, here's what reproductive health care would look like in Wisconsin. Providing abortions? A felony. Exceptions in cases of rape or incest? None. Here's what Michaels says to Wisconsin women who get pregnant after being raped. To ask her to go through the birth is not unreasonable. Tim Michaels is a radical and divisive politician coming for your rights. Wisconsin women deserve better. Vote no on Tim Michaels.
Wipes, wipes, wipes. Why the waste? Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water with reusable EcoPad. Micelles work like a magnet. Now leave less mascara residue than the leading wipes. With no wipe waste. Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water and reusable EcoPad by Garnier, naturally.
New Astapro Allergy, now available without a prescription. Astapro is the first and only 24-hour storage-free spray. While other allergy sprays take hours, Astapro starts working in 30 minutes. So you can Astapro and go.
All right, Gary, let's go and talk about this weather. It sounds like it's not going to be much nicer.
Take a look at the picture here. This looks a little ominous. There's the live view from the WISC Skycam. But if you look closely, you don't see any rain falling from those clouds. Same thing from the Platteville-Queen Bee radio Skycam in southwestern Wisconsin. Lots of clouds, but not any precipitation. There's high-resolution Doppler radar, high-resolution, trying to look for the, even the smallest showers, and there's just nothing out there. Temperatures, though, are definitely affected by those clouds. Right now, 71 in Madison, but most areas outside of Dane County are in the upper 60s. And as you zoom into Dane County, you can see temperatures right now 69 in Middleton, 70 in Sun Prairie, and a balmy 70 in the town of Perry. So temperatures are going to be slow to fall thanks to the cloud cover this evening, dropping into the mid-60s by late evening. Maybe see some patchy fog overnight. We'll talk about more at that at 10.
All right, thanks, Gary, and thanks for joining us. Like Gary said, we have more news coming up for you later at 10.